All right, guys, it looks like it's about 6:05 and we had just a bunch of people show up, so I think we're good to go. We'll just get started. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how to monetize your short sale leads. Now, before we get too far into this, I want to be real clear that this, what we're going to be talking about tonight is Washington State and more specifically Western Washington specific. So if you're on the line from out of state or out of area, feel free to hang out. Absolutely, we're not kicking you off the line, but I just want to make it clear that exactly what we're going to be talking about is pertains to Western Washington. So here we get going. What we are is Seattle Real Estate Investing, and I don't know, I'm sure most of you have heard of us or worked with us on some level. Some of you guys might even be mastery students. I am fortunate to work with the Fortune Builders as a mastery student coach, so I know there's quite a few people on the line today that are probably mastery students, so welcome you guys. I really obviously appreciate you being here and taking the time to spend with us tonight, and we're going to be talking short sales. So this is kind of a hot topic here in Washington. So, and this is it's a little bit convoluted and unclear as to how us as investors, how we can work with short sales, and what do we do when our marketing pulls in short sale leads, and just because of Washington state law. And I'm going to give this disclaimer right now. I am not a lawyer, and I'm not pretending to be a lawyer. So if anything that I say doesn't make sense to you, or if you're questioning it or anything, feel free to always send me an email at eric@seattlerealestateinvesting.com, and or just consult with your lawyer. And that's just the standard protocol that we always go through, myself, and what I expect other professionals to do as well, is to consult your lawyer to make sure that whatever you're doing is in line. What we're going to be talking about is how we run business in our office. It's something that we're very comfortable with, something we've talked to our lawyer about, and it's been very successful for us. So that is the disclaimer. And so my business partner Joe is on the line tonight. He is currently muted because of the background noise, but he will be able to handle any questions or anything as they come up later on. But we're gonna hold a Q&A session at the end. So if you do have questions, feel free just to write them down and or throw them in the question box, and Joe will take note and we'll address them at the end of the webinar. So it's 10 after 6, or almost, it's 6:08 is what I have on my watch, and I know this is dinner time and people are coming off of work and really hungry and tired. So we're going to try to keep this webinar as short as possible, in the sense that I just don't want it to drag on. So without further ado, we are going to get right in. So as real estate investors, as we all know, our business revolves around our marketing and our ability to keep those leads coming in. So whether that's bandit signs, direct mail campaigns, just networking, and then obviously the online type of marketing that we do in our office, and I'm sure many of you guys do as well. What happens is, and this is just something that you really ultimately can't avoid no matter what your marketing strategy is you're always going to get the short sale leads to come in. So these are, a short sale lead is somebody that owes more than their house is worth, and or close to owes more than their house is worth. Because what you have to look at, and just to be clear on this, if somebody owes 200 and their house is worth 190, that's clear short sale. They owe more than their house is worth. But let's say they owe 200 and their house is worth 210, right? So technically they still have about $10,000 of quote unquote equity in their home. So they don't owe more than their house is worth. However, when you consider the all the different costs that it takes to sell a home, now they would still have to come to cash, or come to the closing table with cash in order to close a transaction. So that still is a short sale. Does that make sense? So really, anything that's close to underwater or close to underwater is generally a short sale. And so these people oftentimes fit the demographic of a distressed homeowner. Sometimes they're behind on payments. They have a sense of urgency to get away from their house. They know they're underwater, so they're again even more motivated just to get out of their house, and they're going to respond to our bandit sign or our direct mail or just Google searching and finding you online. And so these people will just find us day in, day out. So something that we all know and we all need to recognize is how much money we spend on marketing. Marketing is a huge cost in our business. And so what we're going to be talking about is really monetizing every lead, and so that your marketing dollar is not wasted. So that's going to be kind of the theme that we're going to be going under here. So going back to the Washington state law. Now, several years ago, Washington passed this law that requires anybody who handles a short sale to be a licensed broker or a lawyer. And that's to negotiate a short sale. And ultimately, that's how you, any time you're working with a short sale, you're going to be negotiating. So again, you have to be a licensed broker or a lawyer to handle a short sale. And also, generally speaking, a lot of times they will slip into the distressed homeowner law as well. So there's these laws out there that really limit how much, or the laws are kind of designed to limit how much a quote-unquote unlicensed investor can do with these leads. So, and without a proper team and system in place, short sales can just be a huge time suck and ultimately a waste of your time. And ask me how I know. And the reason how I know is because I've wasted a ton of time on trying to negotiate short sales. This was back before they had the law in place. I was trying to negotiate every short sale lead that I had. I was trying to put them under contract. I was doing everything essentially the long way and the hard way, and spinning wheel big time. It was a huge time suck in my business, and ultimately what happened to all of my short sale leads is that they ended up in the trash. For years while I started my business, I was attracting a lot of these short sale leads, and I wasn't licensed as a broker at the time, and I didn't really know how to handle them in the first place. But then they passed a law that really shut it down, and so then I was just throwing short sale lead after lead into the trash, and it was just kind of, I just didn't know any better at the time. I was getting started. I was spread real thin, and it was just kind of an overwhelming situation. I didn't know how to handle all the different questions, and in short sales in general, it's an ever-changing landscape. So what works in one transaction doesn't necessarily work in the next transaction. And so I definitely found that pattern and was just beating my head against the wall. So again, I spent years throwing my short sale leads just straight into the trash, and that's embarrassing to say, but it's true. And I'm sure there's a couple of you on the line that can relate with that emotion. Trying to do your best with it, but really it ultimately ends up in the trash, and just no way to help these people, or just to monetize it, frankly. So something that we learned in our education process and through the people that we study underneath was how important it is to monetize every lead. And so that really sank in with us, especially when our marketing dollars our marketing budget was growing and we're doing more. We really wanted to be sensitive to this monetize every lead. And so what we did over the years, we spent time developing a short sale team. And that way, whenever a short sale came into our office, well, number one, to back up just a step, I went and got my broker's license. That was step number one. So that way I could comply with the law. And then the next step was to develop a team around my short sale business, to that way that it wasn't going to suck all of my time. Just because now I'm licensed and I have the license to go deal with them, it doesn't mean that I want to deal with them. Because again, without that proper system, it was just, you can spend all day just calling and calling banks and getting the runaround until you figure out the proper system and can outsource it. So we spent a couple years developing and refining our short sale team and how we handle and process the leads. And we ultimately ended up in a very comfortable spot now where our system is very well managed. It's an oiled machine. It's very predictable, and the best part about it is that it's hands off on our part. So, and that's the key, is really getting away from the time suck of the short sale. So the question that I'm kind of presenting to everybody on the call here is, how do you properly, as a new investor, or maybe somebody that's just getting going with these marketing, the question is, what have you been doing with your short sale leads? Is there something you can do to improve what you're doing with your short sale leads? Are you conforming to the law? I sure hope you are. And if you are a licensed agent and you're conforming to the law, is this the best use of your time? So how do you properly, legally handle short sale leads without wasting time is the big question. Because what is time? Time is everything. Time is everything. And that's so powerful when we get into our business and our life, and what we don't need our business to drag us down when we're calling people across the country, the different banks, and trying to chase our tail with short sales. So again, time is everything, system is everything, and that's what we spent a long time developing so that we can monetize every lead, be effective to our clients, and really just do the best thing possible. So what we're going to be talking about here is we are inviting you to team up with us and effortlessly monetize your short sale leads. Okay, so we're going to show you how you can work right within our system to service your leads and to monetize your leads, and so you can keep your expert hat on and not just hand it off to some Joe Schmo who you hardly know. Okay, so no more throwing away your leads. No more saying, I can't help you. No more not knowing what to do. No more wasting everybody's time. I don't know about you, but that rings home to me. I can't even tell you how painful it is to when somebody calls and they're underwater in their house and they're very distressed, and the foreclosure's lingering, and your answer is, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm not licensed. I don't have a system. I'm not sure what to do. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Bye. Okay, that lead can hang up from you and call me up, and I handle their short sale. I process them, and not only am I helping their situation, but then I'm going to get paid along the way as well. Okay, and so it's so important for you to be clear how you can implement this into your business and leverage what we have done over the years to get where we are, and just plug and play right then and there. I wish 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I had this type of system or help when I was growing my business. It would have been a game changer. So we're inviting you to hit that easy button. Join us over on our website, Seattle Real Estate Investing. Okay, you can hit I circled it with the red marker. That obviously that red marker does not show up on our website, but I'm highlighting it here because it is. A lot of people I've heard say, well, I don't even see the short sale submit button. So there it is. It's right above our banner. The Space Needle is almost pointing directly at it. It's off, but it's almost there, right? So when you get to our website, that's the button that you're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of this the presentation here, and I'm going to go right into our website, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how easy it is for you as the investor to take the lead in, interview them, go through your lead interview sheet, manage the call, understand, identify it as a short sale, okay, take down all their information and say, this is what we expect you to do prior to going to our website and inputting their information in there, is to obviously take in the lead, fill out the lead interview sheet, or take down all their information. If you don't have a lead interview sheet, email me if you don't, Eric at seattlerealestateinvesting.com, and then let them know, hey, looks like the best scenario for you is a short sale, okay? And luckily for you, I work with I have the best short sale team in the greater Seattle area, and we can help you for sure. Okay, so I will have my teammate from Seattle Real Estate Investing call you up or follow up with you. Is that okay? And that's how you handle it. So you set them up, let them know that you can handle their situation, you can help them, and that Seattle Real Estate Investing is going to follow up with them and take care of the short sale process. Okay, so that way, again, they know that your teammate, Seattle Real Estate Investing, is going to be following up with them. That's the crucial part, because after you submit, I'm clicking right now. I just clicked on the short sale submit button. Okay, now after you take in the lead, you're going to go to our website. You're going to click on short sale submit button. Then this page is going to come up. Internet's a little bit slow right now, so bear with me. But so then you're going to literally just take that lead interview sheet and input it right into our website here. I'm really not sure why this is taking so long. This is unusual. Okay, so here we go. So this is what the web form looks like. And we have a quick little description here. So fill out the form below to the best of your ability. Our team will contact the short sale distressed lead and handle the transaction from there. So the commission structure that we have, what we will pay you, is just so you're clear on how we get paid. We get paid through the listing. Okay, and so what we do is, after we get the lead and you input it in here, we follow up with them, and we at that point I confirm that they are aware of what the short sale process is, that they want to move forward with the short sale process. Then we set the appointment, and they come into our office, and we walk them through eye to eye. We go through any paperwork and make sure that they're real comfortable with the situation. They bring in their paperwork that we need, and we just literally get them their house for sale as quick as possible. And so the sign goes up in their yard, and we price it correctly to attract an offer. And as soon as we get an offer in place, now we have a full-time negotiator that negotiates the transaction, a lawyer, and they'll manage the transaction all the way through to closing. And so then again, we get paid on the commission structure of that deal. So generally speaking, it's between 2 and 3%. I mean, the banks are notorious for trying to cut us down as much as they can. So I've seen the commission be as low as 2%, but the real strong average is 3%. So then we give the referring person, you, 10% of that commission. So that can be, if you're dishing in, if you're filling your funnel with short sale leads into our system on a regular basis, you're going to start pumping out 10% commission time and time again, which is going to be huge for your business, as far as it's kind of like collecting those nickels and dimes that are ultimately going to be paying for your marketing. And as well as it allows you to monetize every lead and keep your expert hat on the whole time. So it's so important to recognize that aspect of this. So getting back to this web form here. So after you clicked on the button, it takes you to this page. You simply, that top page there, or the top box here, is investor full name. So that's your name. So I'm going to, just because I'm filling it out, I'm going to put my name, Eric B. Okay. Now, seller, we're just going to play here. It's going to be John Smith. Phone number is 425-488-7732. Okay. The email is john@gmail.com. The address is 123 Main Street. Oops. The city is not Washington. The city is Seattle. All right. Keep this rolling along here. Okay. So again, now the mortgage amount, very clear. Hopefully you picked that up in your conversation with the seller. It's always very important. If you didn't get it, call them back and get that. But I mean, obviously, if you're going to identify somebody as a short sale candidate, you know that they owe more than their house is worth. So this should be easy information that you have right on your lead sheet. Okay. Lien holder, what bank? B of A. Okay. Property value. Now we're just going to. It really doesn't matter what this is. You can just even plug in a Zillow number for all we care, because we're going to verify everything as far as the property value. But let's just say that the property value is 190. Cost of repairs. So again, this is going to be just a rough ballpark, because we're not expecting you to have a scope of work at this point. So, but if they say, hey, my house is really trashed, it needs a lot of work, you know, just throw in the number of 50,000. What the heck? If they say the house is in perfect condition, never put 0, put 10,000, because you'll always find something. So anyways, is the seller behind on payments? This is a very important question. So if you don't have this, make sure you get it. So let's just say they are behind on payments. Is the property currently listed on the MLS or listed with a professional? Hopefully it is not, because if it is, then there's nothing we can do. If the house is currently listed, then that's it. I mean, that, you know, it's that lead is not a lead at that point. So this is a homeowner that is behind on payments, owes more than their house is worth, and it's not listed with an agent. Okay, just to be clear on that. Seller has agreed to a short sale. Yes, so that means that they just verbally said, yeah, okay, no, I'm willing to go down do whatever it takes to get me out of this house. If that's a short sale, great. Okay, so that's somebody that has agreed to a short sale, just verbally. Okay, and then hopefully you told them that Seattle Real Estate Investing will be following up with them, so they're expecting our call. Okay, you warmed them up for us. Okay. So you're going to click the yes box here, and then if there's any additional notes that we need to be aware of, type them in this last box here. But then after that, it's simply hit submit. And this is going to take you to the next page, which, okay, so confirmation, we got your lead. So this means that once you get to this page, that you have successfully inputted this into our system. We are aware of it and now taking action. Okay, so I recommend most people are going to want to have updates on the leads that they enter into our system. I would recommend that you do get updates. If you don't, you're not obligated to, obviously, but if you do want updates on that transaction to follow it down the process, fill in your name, your last name, and your email address, and the seller's full name. So just fill this out and then hit submit, and that is it. Now, what happens from that point is that we follow up with them, we set the appointment, we identify, we confirm, we list their house at the right price, we attract an offer, and then we negotiate it, we close it, we get paid. Okay, so we get paid at the very end of this process. So there is a lot of upfront work to be done on our behalf, and a lot of negotiating, a lot of teamwork going on behind the scenes. But for you, as the investor that referred us this lead, after you fill out this web form, you're done. You're simply waiting for your paycheck to arrive. Okay, you're waiting for me to send that email or pick up my phone and give you a shout and say, hey, we closed the deal, your check is in the mail. Well, where do you want me to wire the funds? Better yet, right? So that's all you have to do. So again, after you take in the lead, you go to our website, hit the short sale submit, fill out the web form, submit, confirm it on this page, fill out this information, submit it, you're done. So and the other really cool thing that we do for our referral clients is that we will send you a link to a Google Doc spreadsheet that is a live journal of what's happening with that transaction. Okay, so again, you can check up on that. You can just follow the link to the Google Doc that's assigned to your transaction, and you can see real time what stage it's at. Where is it at in the process, and so you can again just follow it on your own time. Keep aware of that every time something happens, it gets updated in that spreadsheet, and you're more than welcome to check on that anytime. And whenever there is an update, especially a significant update, we're going to let you know via email anyways. So that is the process. It's very hands-off on your behalf, and it ensures that you have the ability to keep the expert hat on. You can team up with a credible company that does dozens of short sales, and just plug right into a well-oiled machine, and again monetize every lead. It's so important, and do it legally. Do it abide by the law, and if you're not a licensed agent, bingo, now you have a team to handle it. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat box. But again, I know we've been on the line for 30 minutes or so, and I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. It's really just that simple. So again, your marketing, you put out your marketing, you do the best you can with your leads. When you identify a short sale lead, interview them, go to our website, submit the web form, and sit back, wait for your check. So that's really what we have to offer. I think it's a great system. I wish I had this system at my fingertips when I was getting started, or several years ago prior to me developing this, myself and my team developing this, I should say. I don't want to take all the credit because it's always teamwork. And but I really don't think if I had this strong of a referral system back then, I don't think I would have developed this myself. It's just not worth the time and effort, because really time is everything, and that is a huge philosophy in our office, and we're very passionate about that. So anytime you can save time, make money, and help people, now that's the game you want to play for sure. So let me know if you have any questions, and if you have some questions but you're really not sure how to ask, or if you don't want them answered on the webinar, feel free to send an email to info@seattlerealestateinvesting.com, and that will go out to myself and my business partner, or feel free to email myself, ERIK at seattlerealestateinvesting.com, and we will get right back to you. I hope this was helpful information for you. I hope that you guys feel comfortable working in our system and understand how you can now monetize all of your short sale leads with very little effort, and capitalize on years of our efforts. So I hope this was a good webinar for you, and I don't want to keep anybody any longer. I know you've got to be hungry, and family time is around the corner. So again, thanks for spending the evening with us, or this last half an hour, and I look forward to talking and working with you guys soon. Thank you.